book friends, welcome back to Books I Read. I'm Sheila and I'm so glad you're here. We're going to do some bookish things here. Obviously, it is my book channel. Before I go any further though, I do have a cold or something. Some kind of sinus thing. Allergies, cold, something, stuffy. I was sick this weekend, but I don't know. I haven't missed any work, so we're doing good. But today is my day off, and we are going to go find you guys some book content. That's what we're going to try and do. Just because I go out and look at books doesn't mean I buy books. If you guys know me by now, you guys know that I am trying to read the books that I currently have on my bookshelf, because I would like to be more picky and or more specific, you know, every year, or getting even better every year. So sometimes I just like to get you guys content, or smell the books, or look at the books, or just touch the books, that kind of thing, not necessarily buy them. I didn't go to the library book sale this past weekend because I was sick, and I really didn't need any books. Again, trying to read those books off my shelf, trying to read what I already have, trying not to bring a bunch in. I just don't want to do that. Trying to be more specific and or picky. So, with all that said, let's go. Friends, I'm back. Okay, I want to show you a couple things that I found at the Goodwill. I'm so excited. I'm ecstatic. It was $4.01 today, so I did extremely well. The first thing that I found, I do believe that I own this book by Sophie Kinsella. I believe that I bought it in one of my other Goodwill hauls, I believe. But anyway, I figured I could do a buddy read with a buddy. I'm so excited. It was 75 cents today. It's Sophie Kinsella's Remember Me. I am almost positive I have this book. I don't know which way I should hold it, that it's not going to glare. But anyway, I was excited to find this because now I can do a buddy read. And if my buddy already has it, then I can trade that book, because it was only 75 cents, so it's not that big a deal, you know? All right. I also found this cute little bear. She was $1. She opens. I could put little positive thoughts or something in there. But if you don't know me, I like to find bookish things at the thrift store, and then I like to make them over, or make them to where I like them to go on my bookshelf. And I don't have a lot of book decor because I don't get subscription boxes or nothing like that, because those are expensive. So I go to the thrift store to find my book decor. So I thought this was so cute. I already have a bear similar to this. She's sitting on my bookshelf. No, I don't have her finished, but I'll come back and finish painting her later. But I was like, well, this is cute, and I think I might either keep her the way she is, or maybe just add a little bit of color to her. I don't know, but I thought it was cute. For $1. All right, and then this was $2. And this is something similar to what I had. If you watched any of my December videos, you know that I had a snow globe. It was a coworker that gave me that snow globe, and I remade it. Did a makeover on the snow globe. That's what I did, and it was similar to this, and I wanted to add color, but it wasn't turning out very right. Does that proper English? Wasn't turning out very good. So I thought maybe I could just keep this, clean it up, maybe paint the pages, I don't know, maybe add a little more gold there, I don't know, but I just thought it would look good on my bookshelf. It would match my other one, sort of. They would look similar, so I'd have two, because I love things that match. And I could put a plant in there from the Dollar Tree like I did the last one. So I was just excited to find it because it will fit and or go with the snow globe that the coworker gave me. So I'm pretty excited about that. But anyway, I'm gonna go for now, and I will see you later. Bye. friends, welcome back to Books I Read. I'm Sheila and I'm so glad you're here. Today is actually the next day. I never closed out the other video. I'm sorry. I just didn't. I was busy. But we did do the thrift store and we did the library. That was a lot of fun. As you've seen, I got my book page. And I am doing a buddy read. I did give that book to a buddy. But anyway, let's get on with what I have read, and I'll try to keep it shorter and slimmer so it doesn't get so long. But I read 6 and I own 2. Out of the 6, 3 were graphic novels. The first one that I read was this one, Summer, which you guys seen me get from the trade store, or I showed you that I got it from the trade store. This was okay. It was cute. I feel like I always compare every graphic novel to, what is it, The Pumpkinheads or Pumpkinheads by Rainbow Rowell and or Wonderstruck. I feel like those are my 2 highest graphic novels right now, and I own the one, so I tend to compare them to that one. This one was okay. I do adore the graphics. The graphics were really cool. I think they were pretty neat. The story was just a 3 for me. I think so, unless I gave it higher. And oh, I did give it higher in the description. I gave it 3.5 in the description just due to the graphics. The graphics were amazing. The storyline was just okay. It is very relatable. It has a lot of real problems or problems that people face, but I still find a lot in books that characters don't know how to cope. I don't know, too close to reality. There's no coping skills. I don't know, we need some coping skills. I don't know, it wasn't what I was expecting, and like I said, coping skills, that's what always gets me. Alright, the next book that I read, and I might say this wrong, but is it called the Roanoke Girls? Roanoke, is that what it was called, Roanoke? Oh, by the way, this one, Summer, is by Jillian Tamaki and Mariko Tamaki. Alright, so the Roanoke Girls, I will put it here, Amy Engel, or somewhere in the video. I gave that book 4 stars. I thought that book was really, really good. It was fantastic. I gave it 4 stars, and it is touching on, it's not a young adult. It is an adult fiction book. It is touching on some triggering topics, such as sexual abuse, murder, that kind of thing. Alright, it's a twisted storyline, but you can't help but be interested, and it's very hard to put down. But you have these girls, and they either come up missing or they come up dead. And it is a back and forth kind of thing, like you go back in the past, and then, so if you don't like that, you go back in the past, and then you're in the present. And basically, Lane comes back to Roanoke to find out what happened to Allegra. What happened to her? You know, did she run away? Did she kill herself? Did somebody kill her? And why? What happened? So I gave it 4 stars. It was a really good thriller. I found it, like I said, there are some triggering warnings like suicide, abuse, sexual abuse, murder, that kind of thing. So if you're not into that, don't read that. And then the next book I read, which I really liked, I wouldn't mind owning. I actually want to go back and listen to it again because I listened to it off the library app. I was looking at Book Outlet. This book was on Book Outlet for $2.79. I didn't want to buy it, so I looked it up on the library app. Library app had it, so I listened to the audiobook. I thought it was really good. And what is it? Because I don't own it. It is Dear Killer by Catherine Ewell. And I'll put it here, you know, the words, the title, the author. I like that book. Now, I'm going to tell you something. They say it is a young adult, but I do not think so. I think it's adult fiction. I think it was parallel to the Roanoke Girls kind of thing, if you ask me, as far as what kind of book it is, or like the triggers, murder, death, abuse, that kind of thing, triggering things. And I gave it 4 stars. Either people liked it or they hated it, pretty much. I liked it. I enjoyed the book. Like I said, I'd like to go back and reread it because I liked the book a lot. You have this girl. First, let me say this before I say that. It's similar to like Dexter or Jane Steele by Lindsay Fay, and or Killer Instinct by S.E. Green, and or even like the Roanoke Girls. All right, so you have this girl Kit, who has been trained by her mother to be a serial killer. Okay? And she doesn't just willy-nilly kill. People send her letters to this mailbox, and she will open up several letters and decide who she's going to kill. But basically, she allows the people free will, she says, to kill. And in the story, her mom teaches her that there is no good or bad. There's just an opinion. So, and free will. So that's how the story gets rolling, which I thought was really interesting. I feel like you're getting in the mind of a serial killer, sort of. I mean, obviously it's a book, but I feel like you're getting some form of understanding why some people might end up to be murderers or killers or something like that. I don't know. And then I don't want to give any spoilers. The story, I felt, built you up very well. I felt that Kit is very interesting. And then somewhere in the story, I don't know if I should tell you that. I'm not going to tell you that. I think you should read the story. If you like thrillers or mysteries or true crime, psychological thrillers, I really think you should read it. Like I said, either some people liked it or some people hated it. I liked it because I feel like you're seeing something that you don't normally get to see, and maybe you're going to understand something. Like me, I felt like I learned something like, oh, that makes sense why a killer would kill if that's the way they think. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. And I know it's just a book, but it was a really good psychological thriller book, I thought. And I enjoyed the author's writing so much, and I would like to read more by them. But I don't want to give you guys any spoilers. If you want, look the book up, that kind of thing. Again, I gave it 4 stars. All right, and then I read The Birds, the Bees, and You and Me. That's what I read by Olivia Heinbaum. And this is going to be this book is going to be there, but the author of this book is going to be at the Nova Teen Book Festival. That's why I read this one. And at first, I didn't really care for that book very much when I first started reading it. I don't know. I felt like it's a controversial topic. Abstinence over education or knowledge or information. First of all, the girl in this book, Lacey, she is in a band with her friends, Theo and Avita. And then they are trying to share the knowledge of safe sex in their health education class. And I feel like when I first read the first 10 chapters, I felt like, okay, there's no respect here whatsoever. And that kind of bothered me. But then I kept reading, obviously, and I finished the book. Lacey is trying to have respect for the school, I feel like, and the authority and teachers and stuff like that. But her mom is a nurse, so she wants to give that knowledge to the school and the students and the peers and help people. Sorry, I have dogs. I'm going to take a sip of my coffee here. Okay, so basically, Lacey just wants to help her peers and educate her peers on safe sex. And I get that. I appreciated what this author and this book was trying to do. I really do appreciate it. But I do feel like it fell short in some ways. I just can't put my finger on exactly how it fell short, but it did. And that kind of bummed me out because I really appreciate what the author was trying to do. I just wish it just didn't feel real organized, I guess, or maybe it didn't flow as good. I feel like the major objective was trying to share in this book how teenagers that are educated in safe sex could share with other teenagers. But then we have this band, and then we have this like little love triangle thing, and I don't know. I feel like that killed the main objective or the main point we were trying to do on the book. So I did give the book 3 stars, but you can read it for yourself. Decide for yourself what you think. It's got very low ratings. Like I said, I just don't think it was executed as good or properly as it could have been, and it's a bummer. So, all right. The next graphic novel, book/graphic novel that I read was called Nimona. And it is by Noelle Stevenson. That was kind of cute. Again, I gave it a 3 stars. It wasn't like really up there like Pumpkinheads or Wonderstruck. It's not really up there for me. The graphics were cute. I do believe that the graphics and this one, Summer, was a little bit better. So that's why I only gave it 3 stars. I don't think I gave it... Yeah, I did give it 3.5 stars in the description. I wasn't sure about that. And I gave it that because I can't do art. I can't do art and I can't write a book as well as good as some people, but it was an okay story. Nimona was okay, and like I said, I don't own that one. I read that off the library app. But basically, Nimona is a shapeshifter, and will she be of assistance or will she not? It's a cute little graphic novel. It's not real long. It was just I don't know, that was what I was in the mood for. I was sick this weekend. Friday night though, my daughter and I did volunteer at the Night to Shine in our area. It is, if you don't know what that is, Night to Shine is basically a prom for special needs children, and it was so much fun. We volunteered with our Girl Scouts, so it was a lot of fun. It was, oh my gosh, it was so much fun. But anyway, so we did that on Friday, and then I was sick over the weekend. You probably could still hear how grody and nasally I am. Sorry about that. But anyway, Nimona was fun, and that's why I was reading graphic novels, because I just didn't feel good. So that's why I did that. The last book and or graphic novel that I read this weekend, or book that I've read since I've talked to you last, I also, let's see, what is it? It's called Bloom by Kevin Panetta and Savannah. I don't even know how to say her name, but she was the illustrator. I'm sorry, I can't talk. I gave Bloom 4 stars, and I gave that one 4 stars because I felt that the graphics were really good, and I felt that the story was pretty good for LGBT. I don't know all the letters, so I'm sorry about that. But it was great for the LGBTQ. Did I do it? Community. I thought it was really cute for that. You have a boy, he doesn't really know what he wants to do, you know, with his life, like what direction he wants to go. He wants to move out with his friends, but his dad wants him to take over the bakery. And his friends aren't really, I would say, they're not really that great of friends. But the guy that they hired to come in, or I should say the boy that they hired to come in and help work at the bakery, the kid actually starts to, I don't know, he gets rid of his attitude and he starts to become a better kid, and it's like he's finding his roots or finding himself. And it's just a really cute story from there. I'm not going to tell you any more, but it was just a really, really cute graphic novel. That one, I would say Bloom, rated right up there with Pumpkinheads and Wonderstruck, are pretty darn close. Pretty darn close. Because I think I gave that one, I was torn between a 3.5 and a 4 star, but I gave it a 4 star because the graphics were really, really good. They're really pretty. Alright, so that is everything that I have finished. I hope this hasn't gotten too long because that really is a bummer. Right now I am reading This Monstrous Thing by Mackenzie Lee. I'm reading this one because she is going to be at the Nova Teen Book Festival, so I am trying to read this one, but I am not that far. I am only going in chapter 2. And then I am reading The Nethergrim. This book is really good. That's probably why I'm not reading that much in that one. This is by Matthew Jobin. I don't know if you pronounce the J or not. But I am going on chapter 13. This is a really good book too. When Magic Sleeps, Darkness Awakens. I don't know. It's really good. And with this book, I'm listening to the audio. I'm reading along with it. This is really, 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 really good. Oh, and I wanted to show you something. I also cut the border that I got from the Dollar Tree just long like this. Just long like this instead of folding it, and just put it in my book like that too. So they make good bookmarks like that as well. Or I made them like these with the magnets. I just wanted to show you that because that was cool too. Alright, and I am also reading The Poppy War Book 2 and or Dragon Republic by R.F. Kuang. Is that how you say it? R.F. Kuang. It is so good, but I am only in like, I think I'm like 12% or something like that into the story. I'm not that far into the story, but it is so good so far. I absolutely loved book 1, The Poppy Wars. I love that book so much. I had given Poppy Wars, the book 1, 5 stars. It was just so good, so well written. So, I don't know. It was so good. And book 1, I don't own book 1. So I had listened to it off the library app. And now for book 2, I told my husband, I said, well, I'd really like to listen to book 2. So what has happened is my husband got me book 2 in audio off the site that he uses. And I also have just the regular book on the library app. So I'm reading along with that while I'm listening. And that is so much fun. I love doing books that way. It is so, so much fun. It is such a blast. But anyway, that is all I'm reading really right now. Hopefully I'll start my buddy read. We'll see. I'm hoping that everything, you know, works out with my book friend. And I guess that's it. And I'm going to go ahead and close this out now because it's going to get really long. And I'm going to finish my coffee because I had to have coffee. And that's probably why I look so terrible too. But anyway, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. All right, anyway, I'm going to go. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to go, and I will see you next time on Books I Read.